Hello everybody, it's Holly from Besotted Orchids. I want to come to you today and show you some blooms. Look at those speckles. Oh my goodness. This is probably one of my favorite things about this plant. The little speckles. They are just so adorable. Look at that. Look at that. You can see it more here because the light's coming down at a more different angle for it. Let me see if I can pull these up a little bit for you. See, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And they are fragrant. This is one of two plants that I have. And, I might have another week or so out of it. The other one that I had, it didn't last as long as it should have in bloom due to the fact I had it on a shelf above my stove. But it was 6-7 feet away from the stove. So shouldn't have caused a problem. But I think the fumes, I have a gas stove. I don't think that helped. I've read a lot about gas mixing with orchids, and sometimes it'll even make a bud blast. So anyhow, here she is in all her glory. Let's enjoy her while she's here. I'm hoping it won't be too long until the other plant sets some more buds and comes back into spike for me. But let's go up. We are going to go up to the Phyocylanthe Kryptonite Parkside. Look at her. The underbelly of her, oh my goodness, all creamy white, beautiful yellow lip, yellow inside the lip there. Very, very pretty orchid. It is soon to be on the way out. I'm finding blooms, the spent blossoms falling down onto my table daily. So she won't be with us very much longer. And when the blooms die, the spikes are cut off. These leaves are in the process of dying. They will die. It's all good. It's all supposed to happen. You see the desiccated bulbs to the right? They have already bloomed. They've done their job. The leaves fall off. It goes rather, I don't want to say dormant, but these do cease to do anything except storage for nutrients. You will get a new bulb to the left over there. So depending where that bulb comes out, I may have to repot. I'm hoping it comes over here a little bit this direction so that there's room for one more before I pot her again. But yes, it is a very, very pretty orchid. I'm very pleased with it. Let me give you another look because probably the next time I come back with a video for you, she will be gone. These beautiful blooms will be gone. And no fragrance. I haven't detected a fragrance with it. Now down here is one that you've seen in previous videos a while back. This is my Paragon Honey Butter. I have two of these as well. Sometimes if I have one I just absolutely love, if another one shows up in a package from, say, Carmela, where you get whatever Sheldon wants to send you, I keep them. That's how I have two of of this beautiful girl back here in the back, because it's just such a pretty orchid and the scent is amazing. So why not keep two? But here is this will be yellow. It's just so pretty. And it does have a fragrance. It has a very lovely little fragrance to it when it blooms as well. So I'm hoping here, 2-3 weeks maybe until we start seeing some blooms on her. Very healthy foliage. In fact, I did something I typically do not do. She was repotted last night. I went on a frenzy of repotting, and I believe I repotted, 6 or 7 orchids. This one was just still in the container. It had come in from Sheldon, and a lot of the growers, they use a lot of sphagnum, and it just not working out to go full sphagnum here. So I did try to clean out what I could very delicately as it is in bud, and I didn't want to have it. Don't want any buds to blast. And I put it in my bark mixture with a little bit of fertilizer pellets. I'm going to start adding slow release fertilizer pellets with every orchid. Excuse me, I'm going to have a sip of coffee. Okay, that's better. I've been a bit of a nervous wreck today. I have people building next to me and the dogs are just irate. They are not liking the new situation. Nobody is. But anyhow, this is taking its dear old time. I've showed you this spike several times. This is the Renee Marquet Tyler. And it's going to be pink, yellow, and green. Very vibrant. Very, very vibrant colors. and it's very healthy. This was a very small plant I got, oh my goodness, I'm going to say almost 2 years ago from Sheldon at Carmela. I have had this one a long time, and this is my first bloom with it. Sometimes if you order more of a seedling type or just a very young plant, you can get them as low as $3 if you order from him. But you're going to have some time. You're going to have time invested in waiting for this to bloom. So you have to decide, is it worth it to wait? If you have lots of other orchids blooming and you have things to look at, sure, that's not a problem. It's not a problem for me to wait a while on an orchid. So, but if this was my only orchid, I would have wanted it to be in bloom a very long time ago. So just things to keep in mind when you're ordering orchids. Cost versus how long do you really want to wait for that orchid to bloom for you. And like I said, my first bloom, so I don't know how often this is going to occur. But I'm pretty happy. I can't wait to see these. They're just such a pretty orchid. Now down here is a mystery plant. This is a no ID that came from Groovy Plants. I've showed you this before. It only has 2 little buds on it. If it wants to focus on my succulent back behind. My burrow tail or donkey tail, whichever that one is. It doesn't want to focus in on that. But it has 2 buds. And I'm believing it's going to be an orange from a video that I did post about Groovy Plants. Now here we have something very, very pretty. I'm going to have to drop down to show you this one because she does want to hang upside down. There, look at that. She's in focus. That is hieroglyphia. And oh my goodness, I so look forward to this one when it blooms. Now this, I'm going to tell you, this is a summer blooming fowl. Not for me. Everybody says these bloom in the summer for them. It doesn't for me. Every year this thing blooms in the winter. And I have several other ones and they don't bloom in the summer. So I don't know if it's environmental factors or if it's just, you know, the first time that it bloomed, it was in the winter. So it said, hey, this is my time to bloom. But look at that. Can you see the depth of color there in the center? How it changes more to the lip color, more of a pink. It's very, very pretty. But it does want to hang a little bit so that when I'm standing up looking at it, I don't see it. Unless I would stake it. I may stake it. But I don't want to risk anything happening to the bloom. Over here is another bloom getting ready to open for me. And it has a 3rd spike. So I'm going to say it's not a problem that it's blooming in the winter time. It's just what it's going to do. I have an LD Bear King the same way. Now I have 2 other ones that I did purchase. These all came from Hauserman Orchids. And they were a little bit younger, so I have not seen them yet in bloom. There's one I really want to get, which is, of course, everybody's favorite, the Bellina. I would like to have one of her in my collection. But we'll see. We'll see my next order if it gets added on to it. These are just a few of my cattleyas. And my mini blinds are shut today due to all the commotion outside. I feel like we can't even have our mini blinds open anymore. Okay. Look at this beautiful jewel. It is just so stunning. This is Green Lantern Red Carpet. I had to think for a minute because it's orange, so you want to say orange, but it's red carpet. It is so pretty, and you can see the white with the little bits of the green. Look at that. Oh, I hope you don't hear the truck out there. I can hear it revving its engines. Okay. Be grateful I have a home. Be grateful I have a home. That's what I've been told by so many people, but it is annoying that I have to hear somebody where nobody was ever supposed to be. So here are 3 more buds coming along, and I did notice in the back that there is another one. Now, will that come to fruition and do anything? I don't know. I hope so. And my camera just does not want to. Oh, it's just the day. It's just the day. Oh, here's another one that got repotted. This is my Cycopsis Mendenhall. And it was, oh my goodness, it was so root bound. It just had to be. And I've heard so many people say they're so delicate and they'll fuss and just have a fit if you repot them. So I have avoided it thus far. But In my frenzy to pot the other night, she got repotted. So we'll see, but that is a wonderful new growth. That largest growth over here to the right, look at that big, beautiful pseudobulb. That is on my watch. That was created here. So I'm pretty proud of her. And there's all the little, you can see it's mottled. It has lots of mottling on the leaves. It's just a very pretty orchid. Let me see over here. Look at this one opening up. So stunning. Very, very pretty. And a few more to go. Look at the glow. Some orchids just want to glow when they get a little bit of light coming through them. That is just absolutely beautiful. No scent. And if anybody has an ID for this, please share. I've been looking and I see a lot of things that just have a generic name for them. I'm not seeing anything that has an actual name for this particular color. But look at that. It's just so pretty. And there's some more spikes on the way. Now let me drop down here. I want to show you this. Look at that. 2 more opening here. 3 more to open down here. And 3 already open. I'm going to move my light out of the way. I have a light over here for reading. A very, very pretty orchid. This is Brassicatlea Benoso Key Lime. And it is night scented. But once again, look at all the freckles, all the spotting. Oh my goodness. You know, I just love it. I want to get a Francis Fox for that reason. I really want to get a Francis Fox. That's on my list. I don't have a lot of the orange orchids. So I have a few on my wish list, although I don't need any more. Let's be honest. I have enough. I spent Sunday just working on my shelving and reorganizing, repotting. Now this one here is the Catasetum. This is a cycnodes Wine Delight. Very, very pretty. And I'm telling you, if you've ever smelled cherry cough syrup, you have smelled this orchid. I'm telling you, it's indistinguishable. I had my husband smell this. I said, now, heads up, it's something you know. You know this fragrance. What is it? And he said, oh my gosh, it's cough syrup. And it is. It is in your face cough syrup. And just like the dark cherry scent, it's just so pretty. If you can forget that it's cough syrup scented, it's very, very pretty. I'm going to come over and show you this one again just because it is such a beautiful orchid. It's just so beautiful. I will tell you, this is the black-haired dendrobium. I don't know if I can get close enough in that you can see. Let me see if I can zoom a little bit to show you if it's going to pick up. I'm not sure if it'll pick up any of the black hairs. You see that black fuzz? That is a black-haired dendrobium. And I have had one in the past. I had probably almost this exact same color, but imagine no white and very vibrant green. The lip was orange. So the lip was the same, but the petals, they were a very vibrant green. So my son always said it looked like a dragon. His whole world has been dragon since he was little. So sadly it died. I'm not very happy about it, but it did die on my watch. My fault. Something wasn't right with it. So on my last Hauserman order, I did get this. I think it was this spring I ordered this one as a replacement because I haven't seen that green one since. And I believe it came in on a shipment from Sheldon over at Carmela. And I'm going to ask him next time I order. I will be making a large order here in the next several months because I have been invited back to the Mansfield, Richland County Public Libraries to do more orchid talks. I do give orchid talks only in the warm weather. I take all my babies out carefully to local libraries, and we have some care tips. People get to have their own little miniature orchid show those evenings, and they have hired me to do 7 more, and I just absolutely love doing it. I mean, who wouldn't love to take their orchids out and have people ooh and all over them and you can talk about it and chatter away for an hour? And you're with orchid people. So you know they care. You know they want to see your orchids, as opposed to the people who just get roped in to my orchid frenzy. You know the people. You know the people you have in your life who you want to gush about your orchids, and they're like, come on, we've heard enough. They're orchids, they're flowers, get over it. We all have those people in our life. My husband just cringes when I come racing at him with more orchid blooms. But hey, we have to show our family and our loved ones our orchids. We absolutely love them. So I want to thank you all for watching today. I hope you have supportive people in your life who tolerate and maybe even encourage your love of these absolute beauties. So if you've liked my video, please like, share, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. Just come on board the channel and hit your alert button so you don't miss any upcoming videos. And above all, enjoy those orchids.